Welcome back, my beautiful travelers. It is so good to see you again. If this is your first time here, come on in and make yourself at home. I'm Ella. I spent over 12 years working as a flight attendant, crisscrossing this country and flying internationally more times than I can count. I have pushed beverage carts through turbulence, calmed anxious passengers during delays, and most importantly, I have stood at that boarding door watching thousands of travelers come through. And I've seen it all. I've seen the tears when security confiscates a beloved snow globe that someone bought for their grandchild. I've seen the frustration when a perfectly innocent jar of homemade jam gets tossed into the trash. And I've seen the confusion on the faces of my senior travelers when they're pulled aside for secondary screening and they genuinely have no idea what they did wrong. That's why I'm here today, because knowledge is power, and I want you to walk through that security checkpoint with confidence. Today we're talking about 7 items that TSA is flagging in 2026. These aren't weapons. These aren't illegal substances. These are everyday items that many of you probably have packed in your carry-on right now, and they are causing seniors more trouble than you might expect. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's go through your bag together. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to leave behind, what to pack differently, and how to breeze through security like the seasoned traveler you are. Let's start with item number 1, and this one gets people every single time. Number 1, full-size toiletries. I cannot tell you how often I see this. You're packing for your trip, and you grab your regular shampoo bottle, your favorite lotion, that big tube of toothpaste you've been using at home. It makes sense, right? You want to look and feel your best on vacation. Here's the problem. The TSA has something called the 3-1-1 rule. Every liquid, gel, cream, paste, or aerosol in your carry-on must be in a container that is 3.4 ounces or smaller. All of those containers must fit inside 1 quart-sized clear plastic bag. And you only get 1 bag per person. Notice I said the container must be 3.4 ounces or smaller, not the amount of liquid inside. If you bring a half-empty 8-ounce bottle of shampoo, thinking you're being clever because only 3 ounces are left, it's still getting confiscated. They measure the container, not the contents. This trips up seniors constantly because many of you don't travel as frequently as business travelers, so you're not buying travel-sized products regularly. My advice? Either invest in reusable travel bottles that you fill from your full-size products at home, or pack your full-size toiletries in your checked luggage where there are no liquid restrictions. Number 2, self-defense canes and walking sticks with hidden features. Now, I want to be very clear about this one. A regular walking cane or walking stick is absolutely allowed through TSA. You can bring it on the plane, you can use it for mobility assistance, and nobody is going to give you trouble. But here's where seniors get caught. Some walking canes come with hidden features. Sword canes with concealed blades, canes with built-in stun guns, canes with hidden compartments that hold pepper spray. These are marketed as self-defense tools, and I understand why they're appealing, especially if you're traveling alone. However, any cane with a concealed weapon is prohibited. If TSA runs your cane through the X-ray and sees a blade inside, or any kind of sharp point that isn't part of a standard mobility device, you are not getting through that checkpoint. They will confiscate it, and depending on the item, you might be having a conversation with law enforcement. If you use a cane for mobility and you're concerned about safety, stick with a sturdy, standard wooden or aluminum cane with no hidden features. TSA cannot ask you why you need a mobility device, and they cannot take away a legitimate cane. Just make sure yours doesn't have any surprises inside. Number 3, pepper spray and self-defense sprays. I get it. Safety matters, especially when you're traveling to unfamiliar places. Many seniors carry pepper spray for peace of mind, but here's what you absolutely must know. Pepper spray is completely prohibited in your carry-on bag. Do not put it in your purse. Do not put it in your jacket pocket. If it goes through that X-ray machine in your carry-on, it's getting confiscated and you're getting a talking to. However, and this is important, you can bring pepper spray in your checked luggage. The TSA allows one 4-ounce container per passenger as long as it has a safety mechanism to prevent accidental discharge. Also, the spray cannot contain more than 2% tear gas by mass. Some airlines have additional restrictions, so check with your specific carrier before you fly. But the bottom line is simple. Checked bag? Yes, with conditions. Carry on? Absolutely not. Number 4. Peanut butter, jams, jellies, and honey. This one breaks my heart because I know so many of you are bringing homemade gifts for family. Your famous strawberry jam, that local honey from the farmer's market, a jar of your secret recipe peanut butter. Here's the thing the TSA will tell you. If you can spread it, pour it, pump it, or scoop it, they consider it a liquid. That means peanut butter, no matter how thick and chunky it is, falls under the 3-ounce 1-quart 1-bag rule. I watched a lovely woman at Chicago O'Hare have 3 jars of her homemade apple butter confiscated right before Thanksgiving. She was devastated. She'd made them for her grandchildren. If you want to bring these items, you have 2 options. Either pack them in containers that are 3.4 ounces or smaller, which honestly isn't very practical, or put them in your checked luggage where there are no liquid restrictions. Number 5. Snow globes and liquid souvenirs. Oh, the snow globe. It's such a classic souvenir. You visit a beautiful destination, you find a little globe with a tiny replica of the Eiffel Tower or the Statue of Liberty inside, and you want to bring it home as a memory. Unfortunately, TSA considers snow globes liquid-containing items. If the liquid inside exceeds 3.4 ounces, or if the entire snow globe won't fit inside your quart-sized liquids bag, it cannot go in your carry-on. Most decorative snow globes contain far more than 3.4 ounces of liquid and are way too big for that little plastic bag. So they get confiscated constantly, especially during the holiday travel season. If you absolutely must buy that snow globe, pack it carefully with plenty of padding in your checked luggage, wrap it in clothing, put it in the center of your suitcase, and pray it survives baggage handling. Or consider having the gift shop ship it directly to your home instead. Number 6. Unlabeled medications in pill organizers. Let me be clear about the official rule first. TSA does not require your medications to be in their original prescription bottles. You are legally allowed to carry pills in a daily pill organizer. However, here's the reality of what happens at checkpoints. When a TSA officer sees a pill organizer filled with various tablets and capsules, especially if you're a senior traveling with multiple medications, it can raise questions. If your bag gets flagged for additional screening, having everything in one unlabeled container can lead to delays while they figure out what they're looking at. My strong recommendation is this. Keep a copy of your prescriptions or a list from your doctor that identifies your medications. You don't need to carry every pill in its original bottle, but having documentation can speed things along tremendously if questions arise. This is especially important for international travel, where customs officials in other countries may be much stricter about verifying your medications. Also, always keep your medications in your carry-on, not your checked bag. If your checked luggage gets lost or delayed, you don't want to be without your heart medication or blood pressure pills. Number 7. Knitting needles with circular thread cutters. Here's some good news first. Regular knitting needles are allowed through TSA in both carry-on and checked bags. The same goes for crochet hooks and standard sewing needles. You can absolutely work on your projects during the flight. But here's where people get tripped up. Many knitters travel with circular thread cutters, those little disc-shaped tools with a hidden blade inside. Or they bring large scissors for cutting yarn. Those circular thread cutters with internal blades must go in your checked luggage. Same with scissors that have blades longer than 4 inches from the pivot point. I've seen women have their entire knitting bag searched because security spotted a thread cutter blade on the X-ray. It doesn't matter that you've been knitting peacefully for 50 years. If there's a blade, even a tiny one, in your carry-on, it's a problem. My suggestion? Travel with small safety scissors that have blades under 4 inches, or use nail clippers to cut your yarn instead. They work surprisingly well, and nobody is going to look twice at them. Now, let me give you a quick action plan for your next trip. Before you finish packing, I want you to do a carry-on audit. Go through your bag and ask yourself these questions. Are all my liquids in containers 3.4 ounces or smaller? Are they all in one clear quart-sized bag? Is there anything in my bag that could be considered a weapon, even if I've never thought of it that way? Am I carrying any spreadable foods that should be in my checked luggage instead? Take 10 minutes to double check. It will save you so much stress at the airport. And here's a tip I give to everyone. Download the My TSA app on your phone. It has a searchable database where you can type in any item and find out immediately whether it's allowed in carry-on, checked bags, or prohibited entirely. When in doubt, look it up before you leave home. I want you to have smooth, stress-free travels. I want you to walk through that checkpoint with confidence, knowing that your bag is packed correctly and you're not going to have any surprises. That peace of mind is worth its weight in gold. If you found this information helpful, please hit that subscribe button. I post videos every week specifically for travelers like you, helping you navigate airports, understand new regulations, and travel smarter. In my next video, I'll be talking about the real ID deadline coming up in May and exactly what you need to do if you haven't gotten yours yet. You do not want to miss that one. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Take care of yourselves out there, pack smart, and I'll see you in the next video. Safe travels, everyone. One more thing before I go. I know some of you are thinking, Ella, I've been flying for decades and I've never had a problem. And that may be true. But TSA screening has become more sophisticated every single year. The X-ray machines are better, the training is better, and things that might have slipped through 5 years ago are getting caught now. The goal isn't to scare you. The goal is to prepare you. Because the last thing I want is for you to be standing at that checkpoint, watching an officer pull something out of your bag that you didn't even know was a problem. That's embarrassing, that's stressful, and it's completely avoidable. You deserve to travel with dignity and confidence. You've earned it. And a little preparation goes a very long way. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and happy travels.